Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Dr. Roxanne Contee Show. Oh my gosh, we got some great things to talk about this morning. I thank God for waking me up this morning because He didn't have to wake me up. I tell you, somebody didn't wake up, so I thank Him every day for that. I thank Him for everybody that's my friends and family members. I just thank God for everything. I just want to talk about things that's coming up. First, I want to introduce my host, Sharon Pearson. Sharon,
Morning.
how are you, Sharon? So, what went on with you this week?
Well, let's see. It's a lot went on. I don't
Uh,
know if you're or a lot of people know. I'm a volunteer for the Philadelphia Film Festival.
you are?
Yep.
Wow,
And this
wonderful.
is like about my 10th or 11th year, and they showcase a lot of films throughout the city. And one of the films that I was blessed and fortunate to watch part of it was the Till movie.
Yes,
The
yes.
director is actually a graduate of Temple University, so
Okay.
that was interesting. Also, one of the things that they have going on today, which I'm not going to be able to make, it's a viewing of a film called Loudmouth with Al Sharpton, who's
Oh,
actually going to be in
wow.
attendance at the Philadelphia Film Center.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Wow. Well, what I want to say is, I know everybody is celebrating their birthday in October. Happy birthday to you. Mr. Davis having a Halloween party. He says really not considered a Halloween party, but it's considered, you could dress up. So that's going to be nice tonight. So we are going there tonight. And also, I want to talk about something that's coming up. All right, this is going to be wonderful. So you have to listen. Sit back and listen about this. It's
Okay.
called the Uptown Entertainment.
Mm.
Wow, it's by James Willenbar. He's the Educational Assistance Program. That's what he's part of. He presents. It's going to be at the Martin Luther King School. The Gospel Explosion. You hear me?
Okay. Sounds
Gospel
nice.
Explosion. It's going to be epic. I tell you, you got to come. In this November 25th is on Friday. It's the event time will be from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Tickets are $30, but if you call up, I can give you a ticket for 20. If you call up, they usually 30. You must wear a mask that day. Okay? The location is Martin Luther King, 6100 Stenton Avenue, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19138. So you don't want to miss. Look, we always go to other parties and people always have things that we go to. Let's praise God. Let's go to a gospel explosion. Let's hear all the beautiful music that they're going to sing for gospel, because we gonna need to put God first, because none of us will be living if we didn't put Him first. We have to do that. So to me, anything you're doing on November 25th, tell them, look, I ain't going to do that because I want to go to this concert with gospel explosion. And let me just name some of the people that's going to be singing, featuring Kim Payton, Nick Reynolds, and the family. Who else is it? It's called Heaven Bound Voices of Unity. Voices of Unity. Cassie and Lamar Bryant. Second Chance is going to be there. The Shepherds. The Mike Glorifies. Just to name a few. I'm telling you, it's a lot of them that's going to definitely be there. But I just wanted to name a few of them that will be there on November 25th. And that's going to be the day after Thanksgiving. So we all got to be thankful, a lot to be thankful for. Let's try to see if we can make it to come to this event. And if you call up and if you want a ticket, it says $30, but you can get one for 20. So call up, callers.
Not bad.
Not bad, yes. And I just want to thank Him for all week and everything in the school. The kids were wonderful. I have a good, class, different kids in the school. Wonderful. I work with all of them. I just want to thank God that He's been keeping them safe. He's been keeping all the kids safe, and He's been keeping every teacher safe when they come to work. I really thank Him for that.
That's good.
Yes. But what we're going to do now is I want to introduce two guys that are already a part of the show, but they're going to come over. We're going to talk about a little bit topics today. Earl Contee, could you come over? And Brett Jolly, come on over.
Come on over.
All right. All right.
Privilege and a pleasure. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Yes. I'm glad you both are here today. So let's see
Thank
what
you.
topics we want to talk about today. I think we should talk about the election because it's very important that people get out and vote. People always get mad when things are not going their way, things are not happening. There's gun violence, which is really, something we need to talk about. There's other things that's needed that people don't even want to get out and vote. So if we don't get out and vote, what do we expect? Things happen. Disaster, right.
The
So
vote is your power.
voting is
Vote
your
is
power,
your
right?
voice. And people died for us to vote.
Yes.
Our ancestors died for us to vote.
Yeah.
So everybody get out there and vote.
Yeah.
November the 8th. Make your voice heard.
Yes.
That's right. No vote, no voice. That's just how I feel personally. And a lot of times I know people say, "Oh, voting doesn't count." Well, if you don't think it makes a difference about
Right.
voting, just go back and check the election when Al Gore lost. Technically he won, but that's a whole other story with the electoral college and everything.
Mhm.
But people really need to go back and see. It does make a difference.
Right.
And if it didn't count, why would they not want us to vote? The
Exactly.
right, left
Mhm.
side.
Yeah. You're right.
If
If
it
it
didn't
didn't count, right. But that's why I said, but see, everybody, it's always about, well, I'm not voting and I'm not voting. But get out there and vote. You have your right. It's a right that we have to get out and vote. I don't see why people don't want to do that, because a lot of people say, look, I ain't doing all that, because if they win, they ain't going to do nothing anyway. This is what they say.
Well, it's really kind of interesting. One of the things about this particular election is there are a lot of issues that are out there.
Yeah.
In case you haven't noticed, for some reason or another, mental illness seems to be prominent, especially like in elections here in Pennsylvania and of course
Yeah.
in Georgia. And people, the best weapon we have is an educated voter.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you
Yes.
if you know not just what they're putting on the television, not the advertisement, if you do your own
Do
homework
your research.
and do your research,
Yeah.
then you know who and what will represent you.
Yes.
But if you don't do that, then you're at the whims of those people who pay their money to try to influence your vote, and often do.
Yeah.
So so in that regard, you have to know what you're doing. Because you know what, I'm gonna make this kind of simple. I think this has probably happened to everybody. Have you ever gone into a ballot and seen names on there of people that you do not know?
Yes.
Yes, many
yes,
times.
Everyone has.
Everyone has.
Everyone
Pretty
has,
much
right.
everyone.
Mhm.
Now think about that for a second. So
Yeah.
what do? You do a guesstimate whose name sounds the best or whatever? Is that fair to you?
Well, no.
Is
No,
that fair to the candidate?
I think what people do sometimes, they want Democrats or Republicans, they just vote down, all the way down Democrat,
And-
all the way down Republican. I think some people might do it that way if they don't know them.
Right.
But-
But that's a good question, because you know what? Think about that. Do you think that say if you're a Democrat, will every Democrat see things the way you do?
Of course
Or
not.
Republican? Well, of course not. That's why it's extremely important to
Right.
know what you're voting for.
Yes.
And the issues that they stand on,
Exactly.
Just like, for instance, you pro-choice, you pro-life. What are you?
Right.
About abortion?
Yeah, abortion. That's the big topic.
Is it
right there.
okay
That's a real hot topic.
or should it be illegal to have abortion? What do you think?
Right.
Well, you asking me the question?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
Oh, you're saying
Yes,
Yeah, he's
yes.
asking the question.
Yes.
I think a
Right.
woman should be able to choose because certain situations about if they got raped, or
incest.
incest, or somebody they didn't want to have a baby by. I mean, they knew he was a deadbeat dad in the beginning.
Well,
I'm just
that's
saying.
something they
I'm
should've
just
thought
giving.
about beforehand.
I mean, that's true.
So
I mean, I don't know. I believe it should be. I mean, that's my
you say
opinion.
pro-choice. So what you say,
I
Sharon?
think should pro-choice.
Okay.
Pro-choice is definitely.
I
one.
think sometimes the lines get kind of skewed between pro-choice and pro-life. What a lot of times is people say they're pro. I'll put it this way. I think a lot of people say they're pro-choice, they're pro-birth. There's a difference between pro-choice and pro-birth. In other words, it's like if you're saying you're so pro-choice, then help some of these people out who are seeking to get abortions and things sometimes, offer them an alternative. Maybe they won't do it. But what a lot of people who are like pro-life, so to speak, that's it. It's pro-life. It's like bring the life in, but then it's like none of y'all aren't out there trying to help some of these young girls or even some of these women. So you're out there protesting in front of the clinics and things like that, but are you offering them help? Are you offering the alternative? Just saying, okay, pro-choice, okay, fine. I'm saying pro-life, fine. But once the baby gets here, it's like, are you helping out? Are you a foster person? Are you volunteering at clinics, or are you counseling people who may have gotten abortions and who might be troubled, who were forced into it?
Right.
So it's what I mean. It's kind of a slippery slope.
It's a very good point, though.
Right.
Because people talk about the abortions and everything else, but what happens once the child gets here?
Right.
And the thing about it, a child needs a proper upbringing, just like everybody else does.
Right.
And a lot of times, you could raise a child to be absolutely perfect, and he'll meet up with another child whose parents either neglected or had no parents,
Right.
and then something bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then what are your feelings then? So you lose somebody very valuable in your life. Now, to take your argument even further, what I find interesting is that those people who are pro-life, why are they having such an issue with the death penalty or capital punishment?
Right.
Right.
If you want life all the way around.
Right. Yeah. And it's,
War.
right.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the people who are going out there bombing the clinics, killing people.
Mm-hmm.
But you're out there,
Exactly.
bombing these clinics, killing people. Like I said, it's just it's a lot of hot topics. Like that's one.
Right.
Another one is gun control.
Yes.
Yeah, gun control.
Yes.
Very,
One of the
very
things
good.
about gun
Yes,
control that just totally just I can't even put into words. Irks my inner soul.
Yes.
Is people keep on saying, oh, you're trying to take away our Second Amendment rights with gun control. No, what's wrong with making sure people have the proper stuff that they need to legally obtain a gun? But then again, why you need a AK-47 or
Right.
or Uzi?
Mm-hmm.
But then on the flip is, even if people legally obtain it, you can't regulate mental illness. You can't. So you could legally obtain a gun and then just go off the deep end. So
Right.
But you know what?
But
a
that's
lot of-
important, though.
A lot of the people that you're talking about, especially like the ones who have been crazy and shot up stuff,
Yeah.
they advertise their stuff on like Facebook and everything else.
Yeah.
sometimes,
But see, it's-
sometimes though.
But that's my point too with the gun violence is important, and they need to have better laws with the gun.
Yes. And
Better laws.
What do you think about the case in Indiana? Where the kids shot up everybody, all the children. And do you think police officers in the school should have guns or not have guns?
No,
Police officers, schools should.
The school police, I'm saying.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, I don't think so.
I
In certain
think-
ways, I'm just gonna tell you why I don't think police officers in high school, because a lot of them grab them guns. Say they fighting somebody or arguing or whatever, they might grab a gun off of them or something.
But did you notice in every Philadelphia school, it's always one or two cops and their whip guns, and you never heard of anybody
that's
not
taking the
school
police.
Well, I mean,
No, I'm talking about but did you know school police is trained by the Philadelphia Police Department?
yeah.
When they were school police, was they downgrade the system downgraded to security officers, and the kids look at that, they say, well, he don't have no gun, I got a gun, he can't do nothing for me.
Right.
Or not. When you downgrade the school system, then you make it weaker for any somebody crazy come up there with a gun, because they have no deterrent, Now, when they have school police and school police, because most of the school police were officers.
But are they
Matter
still
of fact.
checking at the schools, at the high schools level? Are they still checking for kids when they come in?
Yes.
Are they still doing that?
Yes, they
'Cause
still
see,
doing that.
I was working in the high schools. Maybe I did 15 years in the high school, and they were doing that.
Yes.
But I'm not. That's why I was asking, because I'm not in the high school now. But when I was in the high school for 15 years, they were checking,
Yes,
and
they
making
still
sure
checking for
nobody
metal
had weapons
detectors still
on
there,
them and
yes.
stuff, which is good.
They need to.
And they need to. I guess for security, I think they should, and then I think they should, and I think they shouldn't be, only because.
You think it violates their rights or something? What you
Well,
think? I think
I
they should
just,
check.
like I said, you in high school level, mostly at high school level, or you have
But-
kids that's, might be mad at another kid, or, you don't want them to see a gun on them, and then,
I think they should check in elementary too, because you notice
They are.
That's
all
true.
the real shooting. No, they're not.
they're
Yeah,
not,
they are
but
at
they
my
should.
school.
No, they're not.
Let me just
No, what I
Maybe
tell,
your
no. Why? It's not what I hear. It's what I know, because I go in all these schools.
Right.
They
Mhm.
have those little metal detectors on the side. People just
Oh,
walking in.
right.
I said they need to
Yeah.
enforce it. They need to enforce it.
Yeah.
They need to enforce
Mhm.
the metal detection and
Right.
stuff. They do it random. Let me tell you how they do it. They do it random. If they think somebody got it.
Well, depending on what school,
You know.
but I'm just saying what school.
I'm talking about the general. I'm talking
Right.
about general because I still work with the school system.
Well, they should.
and I know that's what they do.
Well,
you know?
certain, like you said, in elementary,
School.
they doing it middle. They should be doing it middle school too. then.
Because each school got autonomy, Sharon, and the principal dictates what they're gonna do or not do.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
no, that's
that
why I
means
said
they
school
got
to school
separate
basis.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a school to school
Mhm.
basis.
Well, they should. I believe they should do it in whatever school.
I think
Have,
elementary and
elementary
high
and
school.
middle school.
I think they should do it.
You mean metal
Everywhere.
detector
Everywhere,
or guns?
right.
metal
Everywhere.
detectors.
Yeah.
They're shooting up
Everywhere.
churches, they're shooting up movie theaters, they're shooting up everything that they can figure to shoot up.
Yes.
And the place that they know if something's unguarded, that's the one place they're gonna go toward
Yeah.
to get as many people as
And what do you think about Mayor Kennedy had an executive order to stop them from bringing guns in recreation centers and big events?
Mhm.
But then you go to the state, because states supposed to control guns,
Right.
controls and laws, and they overturned it. So they got a big case.
Yeah.
Right.
They talking about Philadelphia can't make their own laws. I
Right.
said, but that was terrible. He trying to deter guns
Mhm.
and shooting in Philadelphia, and then the state overrides him.
Right.
Overrides them.
And see, that's the case where
That's
you're
what-
educated on that,
Right.
where a lot of people aren't, and that's good because you educated yourself on that. Like we were starting off earlier, talking about the voting, knowing the candidates, even knowing the whole process. I went to go vote last year, and just on a
Somebody
humbug.
calling.
Caller?
Got a caller?
No, don't call.
Give somebody the number
Yeah.
if they want to call up.
They know the
Yeah.
number.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody that's watching.
Yeah.
What's the number, Rod?
443-522-3988. Again, 443-522-3988. You can call up, callers, if you would like to call and get into this topic about voting.
Gun control.
And May 8th, we have to get out and vote. It's important that we get out and vote. We ask for a lot, we want a lot. We won't get a lot if we don't get out and vote. That's just my slogan. Get out and vote. You can't ask not if you don't what this say? Ask not, want not, ask not. That's my.
I got you.
You got me?
I got
Okay.
you. I got
You have to get out
I
and
got
vote. I mean,
I got
It's
you.
not.
It's
Right.
very-
Vote is your voice.
Yes, vote is your
Exactly.
voice, and a lot of people don't get out and vote, and then we wonder why, and
Especially for this election.
Right, like I said, people need to get
Yes.
educated. I went to go vote last election,
Mhm.
and so I went in. I wasn't going to do a write-in. I just wanted to see. So I asked them. I said, "Okay, so what's the process for write-in ballot?" And they were like, "Huh?" I said, "Write-in ballot." I said, "This is something that you should know.
Right.
You should know these answers when people come and ask you questions. There are things like that you're supposed to know." And so the person who was the judge of elections, she came up. I said, "So can you tell me?" And she looked at me, and I said, "See, you're lucky that I can't run for judge of elections because I work for the federal government." I said, "Or else I would, because you really need to know basics.
Mhm.
Really need to know the basics." And people, like I said, some people don't know to look up this information. So when you go to a polling place, they should know.
Yes.
That, numbers in
They
the,
should know.
if the booths aren't
Well,
working.
they should be know training. I think maybe they just need a little bit more training when they, cause I started to do the same, like work for some of the polls and stuff, which would be great,
Actually, we did work before.
We work we worked for someone that was a while back, but we did work
For the
polls before.
mayor candidates.
The mayor candidates, right? We did that before.
It's a lot of nepotism with the elections and
Mm-hmm.
the people working the polls. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of
Family.
who you know, not what you know. It's a lot of who you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a whole other show.
Yes, we were
Whole
poll
bunch of-
watchers.
Yes.
Well, you
We
know,
shake the go fair.
is there a lot? They say there's people trying to influence the vote, and sometimes they say, like in Trump's situation, that he didn't really win the election. Is there any merit behind that?
No, he's
No.
an idiot.
No, I mean,
Seriously,
I
he's
mean,
an
like,
idiot.
no, I don't think so.
He's an idiot.
No, it's not.
And what
But
do you think about the insurrection and then Nancy Pelosi?
I know her husband. They said her husband. You know, they robbed the house or something.
They broke in the house.
They broke in the house and hurt. That's, to me, that's sad.
and
I
hit
mean,
him with a
really,
hammer.
like, you know,
Terrible.
where they get these people at? Where they get them from? I mean, the crime that's going on now. Period. Where these people coming from?
It's a
I mean, so much. The mentality is sad. I mean, this is why, you know, even with the kids, you notice that a lot of crimes are with the children. We already know that. A lot of them are, 14 and up, or could be 12, some of them. But it's just sad
But
that
this,
these
I
crimes
heard-
are going on out here. The carjackings, not just the
It's
carjackings. We have, you know, people going, you know, house trying to break in houses and stuff, killing them on the street, killing each other. But then y'all say Black Lives Matter. How's it mattering when you're killing each other?
But I think it really stems from drugs and drug dealers and stuff
Yeah.
like that, because I think the gun violence and stuff, and it goes always from the top. To
Right.
Who lets the guns in the country? You know.
Right.
The lawmakers, you know, the legislators, they gotta make better laws. This could be a better country if they make better laws. And it's about money. The NRA controls the Republicans.
Right.
And it's about money and power.
Yeah,
You
Right.
know?
that's right.
Right.
And
Like-
it's like they say, it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes.
And just like the United States would say it's the village. And the lawmakers and the family, the mothers, everybody got to come together to make this a better world.
Right.
You know?
What do you think will happen? What do you think will actually get the Republicans to change their mind about gun control? I mean, we've seen a lot of
Nothing.
tragedies.
You know what? I'm gonna
I'll
tell you what.
what.
If something happened to their children.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
No, what would really happen when the NRA start giving them billions of dollars to the Republican parties? You know? And they'll make better laws.
Well, that's
I'm gonna tell you what's
The
gonna
whole
change.
system got to change about money, transfer of money. Because the NRA change, they don't want nobody to take their money away from them. They don't care if even white kids get killed or black kids. It ain't about black or white.
But they
It's
don't
about
care about
it's
that.
about it's about money and power. Money and
Right.
power.
Let us start strapping up, and people who, like I said, I'm not against guns completely. It's just the way in which people use them. But let a bunch of us decide that we're going to take up our arms legally, and you know, even if it's in carry states and stuff, things like that. I best better believe that it's going to happen. Look at the Black Panthers. They were legal on it. They were, but you know, the Republican Party didn't come to their defense now, did they? Nope.
No.
But you know what?
There you have it.
You know what I think? If you know, people that love to be out there, they want to shoot, they want to kill, they want to rob. Put them in the service. Let them go out there and fight for the country. What you think?
I think it's a novel
Maybe
idea
she
in
will,
principle,
too.
but you know the one thing about it is, you know, when it comes to something like that, you know, even the people who are already in the military, they want to feel that their cause is just, and if you put people who, you know, who may not be properly trained or anything like that, it almost like makes them think that, okay, well, maybe we're being used as pawns for our country.
Right.
So I understand exactly what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, think about it. If you want to fight for your country, you want to fight with people who are just as dedicated as you are, and not necessarily somebody who's detrimental.
But do you recall back in the day? That's exactly what they used to do. That's
yeah.
exactly what they used to do
Sure.
back in the day.
Yeah.
People committed a crime. They either sent you one or two places. You either went down south. You remember that? or either they sent you to the military.
Yeah, you went to jail or you went to military. They
Yep, or
said.
announced off, yep.
Yeah.
So, and then they trained them once they were in there.
Mhm.
But like I said, you can't, the sad thing about it is, you can't regulate morality, you can't, regulate mental illness. And like I said,
That's a big
unfortunately,
one.
there are people who are legal gun owners, got it the right way, and then they go off the deep end. Then you have the flip side, you got the people who just out there, period, and they get them off the streets. You know,
Right.
the straw purchase thing.
Because there's a lot of sane people that are gun owners. I'm one.
Right.
I'm a gun
Right.
owner. I'm a legal gun owner.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, you
right.
gotta protect your family, so you gotta
Right.
be prepared.
Right.
You never
Well,
know
see,
what will
that-
happen.
Then you never know what happened. But now my question is, do y'all think that parents should be accountable for the kids that commit the crime out there in the street? 14-year-old, 12-year-olds, 13. You know, if they're they're underage, you think that they should be accountable for what the kids do?
I think they should be accountable for what they know their kids do.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because the one thing is about is that, you could raise your child up great, but if peer pressure is a different thing. And when a child is engaged in something with some other kids and the parent doesn't know about it and
Right.
does something wrong, I don't think the parent should go to jail. But if the
Right.
parent knows that their child is a problem, then the parent needs to talk to somebody
Right.
and see where they can get help for their child.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree with you said.
I agree with that too.
Because,
They know, willingly know. Sometimes you just have to, check your kids' rooms and check whatever. Just check under certain things. Sometimes kids might have things that you never even know that they have in their house, in your house, and it's
True.
hiding. So sometimes it's good to even check your children and check and make sure, because we all say, and we all did that. I'm sure all of us did it. My kid ain't gonna do that. My kid ain't gonna do that. Or my kid's not going, do this or that. We all said that. But we all need to check our kids out because we don't know today. The way things are today, it's a lot of peer pressure.
And it's all about accountability.
Yes.
A lot of parents, I'm not a parent, but I'm just, I worked in a school system, I have family members. It's all a matter of being accountable and holding people accountable. And for whatever reason, people nowadays don't want to hold people accountable for nothing. Nothing. People want to be their kids' friends. Okay, you can be their friend, but be their parent. Don't be afraid.
Right.
Be consistent. Johnny out there getting F's, and you giving him Gucci. You making excuses for him while he's doing this, and that's not good.
Right.
But then the flip side, you have parents who aren't doing that, and the
Right.
kids still end up off the deep end. So
Right.
Yeah.
It depends on a certain
Right.
situation. And a lot depends on other factors too.
Mhm.
One thing I was thinking about while you were talking, Herschel Walker
oh,
brought out a badge. Okay, first off, did anybody find out whether that was that a legal badge or not?
No, it was not.
Okay, so it wasn't a legal badge. Okay, maybe it's me. Should he have been allowed to get away with pulling out a badge and showing it on television, or should he have been put in jail?
You can't really arrest
He was
him.
lying what he
for
used
that.
to say he was. What did he say he was?
He said, yeah, he pulled out he was a cop.
Like he was security or something. He was
He's a
cop or
joke.
something.
He's
He
a
just
joke.
lied, straight up
He
lied.
just
This is a joke.
But if
That's
if he can get away with that,
But he
Right.
didn't.
right?
But he
Just
didn't.
like since we're into politics, just like the stuff that Trump said, the Capitol riots and everything else. All these people said they followed the president. The way politics is now, it's not even about the truth anymore.
Well, right. Yeah.
Right.
So can you get away with lying?
Pretty much, yeah. It's not right, but it happens.
Yeah.
It's not like he.
So,
It's not like he went out there and pulled up to you. Yo, Brett, I'm going to arrest you.
But it's like if the prosecutor from that area, if he gonna prosecute or not, it's like a man say, "Oh, should we prosecute him or not?" And they get in a circle and say that's in that area, just like they trying to like the prosecutor here, they trying to impeach. What y'all think about that?
Peach.
They're trying to impeach
Kras-
the DA,
Yeah.
Krasner.
Yeah.
They're trying to impeach Krasner. I don't think he should be impeached.
Well, his term is almost up, so
but
just
his
let
term's
him
almost
do
up.
it. And,
But they trying to impeach him, talking about he was soft on crime and stuff.
well,
I hear it's about politics.
Well, like I say, it takes a village, and I don't care what nobody say. Not just the politicians, Because I'm gonna tell you, we can't blame only the politicians. We
Right,
have to blame
everyone
everyone, because everyone, parents. We talk about not just the parents. We talk about schools, in schools. Sometimes, okay, the reason why I say that, everybody's a part of a child's life.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
Like a little village.
It's like it's
We
a
all
village.
can help
Everybody's
raise that
charged
child.
for. Now, me as a teacher, when I see if a kid has an issue and a problem, I'm gonna sit there and talk to that child and see what's going on. I'm gonna get to the root of it, because sometimes the kids, that's all they need is someone to listen to them, and they want adult to listen to them. So they, and you'd be surprised how wonderful the kid is after listening, that you would, oh, thank you so much. Oh, I love you, Dr. C, or whatever. Or, because you listened to me. It's something going on there, because it might have been something going on at home.
Right.
It could be something going on in the class. They could be bullied, and they don't want to tell us they're bullied. Now, this is Bully Prevention Month, okay, October. And cancer, there's a lot of different things, causes for October, But the Bully Prevention Month, the thing of it is, a lot of kids might be bullied, and they don't know how to tell you they're bullied. But if they get a person that's that they can talk to, adult, and they feel comfortable with it, it makes them feel better.
You're right. Because, matter of fact, if you work in school district, we're a mandated supporter.
Mandated
By law,
supporter,
we're
right.
supposed to report
Right.
things. If you see some kid
Right.
injured or hurt or he's not acting right, you're supposed to report that
Right.
in written form.
Yeah, you do have to
You know?
report anything. Now, that happened in the past where, I think I mentioned this once before, where was a kid in the past that was acting out. She would go around, I'm going to beat up all the teachers. I'm going to beat every teacher in this school. So now it's my turn to go into the class and teach her. So I was asking, you ready to do your work? You going to do your work? Now, this was middle school. I said, you going to do your work? And she said, no. I said, okay, I'll tell you what. After class, me and you going to sit down and have a conversation. We had a conversation. And she came to our class to have a conversation with me. Come and find out it was a tragedy that happened to her. So I had to talk to the office and do a mandate reporter, because I was a mandate reporter. But she said to me, "You're the only teacher listen to me, and I thank you for that. And now I don't feel like I want to beat up no teacher, because the fact that you listened to me and you told me that's not the way to handle things." So I told him that's not the way to handle stuff. You don't want to beat up your teachers. You don't do that. That's not the way. You're supposed to respect your teachers, as a student or whatever. And they respect you. You respect each other. That's the way it's supposed to go. So I felt great about it, because the girl was very happy. She was going to be put out of school. It's because of the talk that I had with her.
Yeah, that helps her.
That helped her.
Mm-hmm.
So now she feels good that somebody cares for me.
Cared enough to sit
They
her
care
down and
enough to talk to me. So
Right.
that's what that was about.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a very good point, because a lot of times, the kids that do things because
Right.
of circumstances that they have.
Right.
I was once a property manager at a place that was probably not that great. There was vandalism going on all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, when I became a property manager, one of the things I decided to do was build a basketball court on the premises.
Mm.
Those same kids who did all the vandalism
Yeah.
came into my office, marched in them, it was like a whole bunch of them. They said, "Can we clean the area where the basketball court is supposed to go?"
Mm-hmm.
And they absolutely loved it. Now I'm saying this for a purpose, because what this is that kids need activity. They rationalize just as well as we do, and some of them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you give them activity, if you don't give them activity, they will create their own.
Right.
And
Right.
that may not be,
That's
may
it.
not be good.
Mm-hmm.
So give them the opportunity they need to
Yeah.
be able to, and you have a lot less people in prisons.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot more successful kids who can do certain things. You have a lot more musicians, scholars, computer techs, and all kinds of stuff.
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you, after school, when I worked in the middle school, and we had something called, with the girls, it's called Phenomenal Woman, and we volunteered to do that after school. The girls stayed, and the boys stayed, and was teaching them how to be ladies, teaching them how to be young, to do the right thing, and far as their hygiene and everything.
Mhm.
And then at the end, we had like a little ballroom dance. and the girls got bridal, Dave's and Bridal's gowns, and the boys had the tuxedos, and we had a program, and it was so wonderful. And the kids that graduated from that said to us, "Oh my God, you should see them today." Like they went to college. Cause they knew, because they was taught, and they would sit there and we stayed after school just to help these girls.
So, I like to say, could y'all remember back? I'm six. I was born in the '60s. Okay, can y'all remember back when you were a child? That's sometimes you can relate, because what we did to keep us out of trouble, we played baseball. We played football.
Oh yeah.
We played
Hopscotch.
half ball. Did y'all remember that?
Yeah.
When
Oh,
I
With
was
a stick, half ball, pimple ball.
Playing jacks.
We played dead man block. Did y'all know about that?
Yeah, who?
Dead man block.
Dead man block.
Yeah, we put a soda cap and put asphalt in it and make a
Dead
block.
man block.
Dead
Never
man
heard of
block.
that woman. Dead
You
man
know,
block.
you
No, but we had
know about that, right?
I
But
remember very well.
But see that
And
back in the
half
day
ball.
was
Y'all know about half
Yeah, it
ball?
was all about being outside.
Yeah.
It's about having
half
good.
ball with a little stick.
It kept you out of trouble, because you know what happened when we played sports?
She said, "Listen."
And music, another thing, music too. We played music. That's why I became a DJ when I was younger. That kept me out of trouble.
Yeah, I used to
Because
sit
if-
back
if-
and chill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sit back.
and chill.
When I was a kid,
Chill.
right?
Me too.
When I was a kid, if we didn't do that, we was doing mischievous things. We would throw
Right,
balls
exactly.
at cops and stuff and everything else.
That's
I'm gonna be
what
honest with
That's
you.
what happens. Around our way, which of course is around our way, which of course was around your way.
Right.
My brother and I,
man.
we got into music,
Right,
and and back then people used to come to the porch and watch us perform.
right.
Now,
Yeah,
because of the
that's
fact
right.
that we're doing well, those same guys who were against us, the same boys, they admire us now.
They're married. Okay.
Because we did something, we got out of there and we were successful.
And
It
then
was
you
a
would give a
different
fair
time.
one, and it'd be like you still live to see another day.
Right, but it was a
I
different
mean, like,
time.
And we
It
did
was a different
that.
time.
We
We
boxed it too. We
Right.
boxed too.
Yeah.
We boxed.
Right,
We went
and
to
you had
gym, Shula
activities.
gym, and boxed.
Box
We
and
put it
stuff.
up. We said we ain't gonna fight now. We're gonna go to the gym and box and make some money, But the money didn't come fast enough to give me a job.
I don't know what for.
So I had to get a job. I hit something, got something. I got beat up. Sometimes I beat them up, but it was learning something.
It was learning.
You got yours in, and they got this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but one of the problems is kids don't go outside. Everything is the computer, the telephone, whatever. They don't
Yeah.
go outside.
That's
Schools don't even have a lot of the activities. A lot of things were taken away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from going to Brook back in the day, when I was in high school, man, it was the best. We had all kinds of things. We had the Miss Overbrook pageant. We had the
Yeah.
Black Arts Festival. Remember that? We had
Yes.
the Black Arts
Yeah.
Festival, and then we had all
The major
kind of
reds, all
problems.
that major
We
reds.
had battle of the bands. West
Yeah,
Philly
that's
and
right.
Overbrook,
Mm-hmm.
and it was
I was part of
fun.
that, yeah.
We would go.
And we
Clean
wait a minute.
rivalries. We didn't
And-
kill each other.
And we
Clean
was
rivalries.
and West Philly was
And-
our.
and- I mean, clean. What
Wait,
do
we
you say?
talking about
clean-
Not robberies. I mean, clean
stuff,
robberies.
Rivalry, yeah.
Right.
Robbery.
But
Rivalry,
see,
rivalry, yeah.
y'all was our
Right.
competition.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Overbrook.
right,
Well,
right,
I'm a married girl from Overbrook, and I'm West Philly.
He married me from I'm from Overbrook High School. He went to
I'm from West Philly.
So he was our rivalry.
We
I
were
know,
in the '80s. We were like the '80s, '70s. We were the best
Oh, yeah.
teams.
But
I would always go
one
to
of the
his-
best teams.
I would always go to his reunions.
I know y'all
West
agree.
Philly,
I know you agree.
knowing that I was the
Yeah.
rivalry.
Yeah.
From Overbrook, but
And they had the best bands
But see-
too. Bands.
but see, we
Yeah,
can.
that was Brook.
But you know what? Just like
we had Pieces of a Dream. West Philly.
Okay.
Remember
Piece-
Pieces of a Dream?
We
1981, 80.
you went to Overbrook, right?
I'm talking about West Philly.
You West Philly High.
had Brett Jolly.
Yeah.
Red Jolly,
Red
right?
Jolly.
Overbrook, right, Brett?
Overbrook.
All right.
Brett
Bill
Bill Jolly.
What's your other brother
Here we
name?
go.
Yeah, Bill Jolly.
Bill Jolly.
Bill
Red
Jolly,
that's right.
Jolly
We
Brothers.
played for everybody.
Jolly Brothers.
Played for everybody.
Not only
Back
that,
in the music.
all the good people went. A lot of good people went there. Overbrook.
Oh, sure.
Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith, the rapper.
Not only Will Smith.
Will Chamberlain.
Will
A
Chamberlain.
lot of good ones.
Will Chamberlain. Guion Bluford, the first
Yeah,
black
Will
astronaut.
Smith, yeah.
Lady B there.
Lady
She went
B.
there.
We
Like
had,
Willie Smith.
Willie Smith. I mean, it's a lot of good people.
Banks, we had Banks. He
My
went to
cousin-
college and played. He played ball for a little while.
Jay Banks, that's one.
So he
Yeah,
got
the
hurt.
pros. They
That's
got hurt.
one.
Yeah.
Right, but Wally Jones, my uncle.
That's one.
Don't forget my uncle Wally
Yeah.
Jones, Will Chamberlain days.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Wally
Will
Jones,
James.
yes,
He the first one to score 100 points.
yes.
Well,
nobody broke that record yet.
You know?
Somebody broke it. Yeah, he did great. You know, he was great. So, I mean, it's a lot of good things. But like I said, but see, the good thing about it, you know how we say West Philly High and Overbrook were competition with each other?
Yeah.
But they never
But
have
see,
fights.
But see, they can get along. They
Right.
get along.
Yeah.
See, now,
We
they
had
talk
little
about,
fights, but it wasn't
We
no
ain't have no
killer
fights.
fights.
No.
you know,
But
We
little
see, they
fights.
get
Nothing
along, and
serious.
it's not no real. It's not no. Okay, look, you win some, you lose some. You're
Right.
not no sore
That was
losers,
individual.
stuff like that.
Right, little stuff.
It's just like gang war back in the day. If they
Yeah.
gang war back in the day, guess what happened?
Yeah, it was crazy.
It wasn't too much. It wasn't like really a lot of killing. It was more so
Bumps
fight.
and bruises.
bumps
fight,
and bruises.
When-
You know, it wasn't like all that crazy stuff.
It was interesting when they started to get into the gang war and killing. They bought, you remember a guy by the name of Melvin Floyd?
Yeah, Reverend Melvin Floyd.
Yeah.
Melvin Floyd.
Oh my
Yes.
God, God
He-
rest his soul.
He
Yes.
came into
Oh,
he came
man.
into the schools and did something that I thought
Yes.
was really a big risk,
Uh-huh.
but it
Reverend
worked like
Floyd.
crazy because he came in and showed footage in an auditorium of people after they were shot, knifed,
Yep.
and it was horrible. They had
Wow.
black out the faces,
But
but you
it-
know what? After that,
But it helped them kids. It helped.
kids.
It helped them.
it
Yeah.
stopped after that.
You
Mm-hmm.
remember when he used to
Yeah.
ride around when his he was a former police officer, right?
Yeah.
He was a former police officer. Awesome evangelism, awesome ministry, and he would ride around with the casket on top of his car, on top of his van. There was a casket with a
Yeah,
like
with
a mannequins
a mannequin,
sitting out of
yeah.
and just riding around, riding through the city.
Wow.
Yeah.
With mannequins?
But in the man, it was in a casket. It looked like it was a person in a casket, just like just talking about. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people think stuff like that is harsh, but yeah.
I mean, it was harsh, but it was reality.
Right.
And it was reality that people needed kids needed to see.
Exactly.
Now the question is now,
Mm-hmm.
what will that have the same effect, or do we need to do something different?
Right.
Well, people are so desensitized nowadays. Like, so it's just like.
Well, they say the human mind not fully developed to 25. And now these kids are influenced by a lot of violence,
Right.
radio, TV. You remember that
Yeah.
the FCC didn't allow all of that cursing and all that violence and fighting and shooting.
Yeah.
They didn't allow that.
But we used to tell them, sit back, kids.
You know, we didn't do that. You
We used
know,
to tell them, look.
they didn't allow that. You know,
Yeah,
so. But
Oh, yeah.
they allow more violence and stuff, and that affects our kids.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So their brain ain't fully developed, so they program
Right.
to do this, do that.
We're all a product of our experiences and the things that shape us. You know?
Right.
And
Sometimes, I mean, you can have somebody come out who can come through, had the worst background, and they come out like.
oh yeah,
just-
there are exceptions.
And then
Yeah,
There are
that's
exceptions.
exceptions.
But if you think about it, right, a child that's surrounded by nothing but drugs, crime, and everything else, what do you think are his chances?
That's true.
I think it really depends. I really do. I mean, their mentality.
Well, I mean, but yeah, but
Right.
But
With their
statistically looking back, you would see most of the kids, if they get around violence, if their father drug dealer, they'd be a drug dealer, and so forth and so on.
That's the world they know.
And it's written. It's written.
I mean,
It's
don't get me wrong,
true.
there are
Then
exceptions.
but then
Everywhere.
you got
They
kids
gotta
that's
make a
strong.
choice.
And then
So
some
you
kids
can't
got a
always-
mind of their own.
Sometimes
and
it's
they
a
change.
mind,
yeah.
If you were brought up and there was no hope for you, but the gangs the only people that loved you were the gangs, you know, would you of course you would have a choice.
It really depends. I mean, I really can't say because you just never know.
Mhm.
Because I know people who do, and they don't want that life, and so they seek another life.
Sure, there are exceptions to everyone, but you know when
We
you
talking about percentage basis.
We talking
like
percentage
80% of them normally gonna be like their parents
Yeah.
or forefathers been.
But on the
Yeah.
flip side, that's
It's just like, for instance, Roxanne's mom
I
is a
into
teacher.
that.
She's a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
My mom worked in the school system. I work in the school system.
Yeah.
It's like, without even thinking about it, he said, well, what's the easiest way to do it? You know?
Mhm.
And like my friends were DJ. I was DJ for many years.
Mhm.
Because I was around that. I saw
And
it.
a lot
Get back to
of,
what
boys
you're saying.
follow their fathers. A lot
Or
of
they
girls
follow the
follow
friends
their
that are
mothers.
around. Or they follow the friends, the ones they
Some
with
of
the
them,
most.
you know, depends.
You
Yeah.
know?
But you know, I mean, that's how you're right about that though. 'Cause a lot of them do follow.
they follow what they brought up to how they brought up. And see, if that's the case, then that would make me think that if you offered more hope, more opportunity to these young people, the chances, at least for them to at least see what it's like.
Yeah.
I think that they do, and it's out there. But people nowadays, people want fast money. I had somebody tell me, and I'm like, "Are you serious?" they don't want they want a job paying $20 an hour. So you gonna
I just
wait,
told-
hold on. You're gonna refuse a $14 job an hour and have no job because you don't have a 20 hour because you didn't get offered a 20-hour job.
Right.
So
I
you're gonna
understand
refuse
that.
a 14
Oh, they
hour.
think, whoa, they think big. You're right.
Sometimes they think about
Come on.
bigger than that. They talk about $100 an hour. Because I
But
said,
you know what? People
Find a work
understand.
because I was
towards it
saying,
and do what you
yeah,
gotta
we
do to
got
get
jobs
that
at the school just paying $19.46 an hour to drive a bus. They said, I ain't driving no school bus.
Right.
Yeah.
But they ain't
I
doing
was
it
like, what?
anytime.
I said, why not? They'll offer you 40 hours a week now.
Yeah.
And we argued for them to make every driver become 40 hours a week.
You can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink.
You can't.
That's what
And
I
the
was
only
saying.
thing I can say is, you know, it's a lot of times, when you say about jobs and stuff and being picky, you know, my thing is if you don't have a job, how you gonna be picky with zero? I mean, you have zero now, and you're gonna make something. So what is the problem?
I'm gonna tell
And then you don't go to, okay, now today, a diploma, if you get a bachelor's degree, people don't understand. You get you get your diploma. A lot of people maybe didn't get diploma, maybe they got GED and all that. But today, a diploma is almost like a bachelor's degree. So that's why we always tell people, not bachelor's degree, the bachelor's degree is almost like diploma. That's why you always tell people to keep on going to school, try to go higher, because it's really hard out. But guess what? They have money for kids to go to school. You have loans and stuff. They are forgiving your loans. So to me, it's no excuse if you don't want to go. I mean, if you don't want to go, I understand that. That's fine. But if you want to go to school, it's no excuse now.
Yeah, President Biden,
Yes.
he got a way
Loan
to
forgiveness.
loan forgiveness program.
$20,000.
You know,
Yes.
and but I would say not only people. Some people don't go to college. Some people they didn't bring trade schools back too.
Right.
Skills.
Trade school, right.
Some people need
Everybody.
skills.
Yeah,
Some people like working with their
right.
hands and their mind.
Right.
So like I was a draftsman. I used to be a tool and die man. You know, I do all kinds of tools and that's what I was into trade
But,
arts.
yeah,
and stuff
right.
when I was in high school.
Draftman.
You know, and they discontinued that program. We had one of the best programs out there in West Philly. You know, at West Philly W High, and we had the automotive program.
Yes.
We won the championship.
Yes.
Automotive right there in West Philly.
Yeah.
Biochemical cars.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember that.
Yep.
But they still have that in the school like Saul.
No, they still got it in West
still
Philly.
got all that,
They still
like-
got it in West Philly.
Yeah.
But it's very small amount of schools that have. They need to bring it back into all
They
of
need
high
to bring
schools.
back a lot of things.
Because every child not gonna want to go to college.
Right. That's true.
College is not for everybody.
And it's
That's
not for
okay.
everybody, and that's why I said it's not for everybody. College, but it's something out there for
You
you.
could be doing something.
Don't give up because something's out there for you. Everybody has their own talent in their own way.
But what happens is a lot of times, some of these kids are lazy because the parents are just giving them, not making them do anything.
Not making them earn it, I
Giving them-
understand.
Right, they just give them an iPhone. You got all Fs. You got Fs minus, F plus.
Mm-hmm.
But your mom's getting an iPhone. You
Right.
buying them the latest. Well, because one of the things I hear, well, that's what they're wearing and that's what they're doing and that's what they're
And
listening
they get the
to.
$300
So
sneakers and
what?
stuff too.
Yeah.
How much the
what?
sneakers are now?
Oh,
I
they
think I'm
more than that.
They more than that, huh?
They more than-
$1,000 pair of sneakers.
But you know what?
Jordans.
I feel like it's hard for the teachers today, though. Like back in the day, it was a little different. You had parents that would come up there and they come up there and they get with the kid and everything. Now you got parents where, well, my son and my kid said that they believe the kid. They don't believe nothing the teacher say. They believe what the child tell them. And that's what's going on.
But sometimes it's parents raising kids. Kids raising kids.
That's true. That's
And
true
they,
too.
They're not even mature enough to understand.
Yeah, but that's true. I mean, things have, you over the years you see how things have changed.
Oh yeah.
Me working for 30 years, oh my God, my best years of working school district Philadelphia, 30 years of it. And actually, what I'm doing now, I enjoy. I enjoy what I do now. And everybody knows what I'm doing now, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy the school I'm at. I enjoy the kids. I enjoy the co-workers. I enjoy the principal. Everybody's wonderful where I work at, and that's a blessing to me.
You've been teaching for how many years?
I got 38 years in now.
Okay. Can you tell me your best success story of a student that you met that you taught a long time ago?
Oh.
And your
Yes.
worst one?
Well, one of my students was autistic,
Mm-hmm.
and when he used to go to, as far as traveling, he couldn't travel at all until we taught him how to travel trained him,
Mm-hmm.
and I got him a job at, used to be Philadelphia University, now changed to, I think, Einstein, what is it now? Right on Henry Avenue.
Okay.
It turned to another college name now. But he was working there for a long time, still working, and has his own apartment, paying his own bills,
Wow.
right? Don't need nobody to help him, and he's there. He's doing his own. He's doing a great job.
That's
That
beautiful.
right there is success to me.
That's
Yes,
beautiful. That's
yes.
very beautiful.
That's very success. I really, and I can't say his name on here, but I'm really proud of him, and not just him. It's another kid that I have proud of him. What he's doing.
You have a lot of success stories.
A lot of success story. I can't really name their names, but they know who they are.
And
I have a couple of them, they're very successful, and it's a blessing because, when they come into you, you have to, sometimes, with kids and stuff, you have to show them, you can have tough, you can show them that you are tough, but you need to show love in that toughness.
Right.
If you don't show the
Tough
kids,
love,
the
right.
kids know when you care about them.
Mhm.
They know when you don't care about them.
Right.
They do know, and they know when you care. And so when I'm, working with a child, and I tell the children all the time, I love you. I tell them all, I love you. I don't have to know none of y'all kids to love you. I love all y'all. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm not gonna go for no disrespect. Okay, we're gonna go for the rules that you see posted.
Mhm.
Right.
And if we gotta keep going over the rules, that's fine.
Right.
We'll go over the rules.
Right.
But the kid knows already, children know already. And it makes you feel good when they in the hallway and they like, hey, Doc. I mean, they give me hugs all the time because they love to see me. They love seeing me. They love the way I dress. The kids say, Dr. C, look what you got on today. Oh my God, you matching. You one matching teacher. You be matching up a storm. They like that.
You talk about your modeling career, right?
Yeah, and I told them they let them know that I do the modeling. They know all that. And I even tell them sometimes to check me out on YouTube. I be on my radio, Dr. Roxanne Contee show. And they say, okay, we're going to look at it.
Do they say that you made a big difference? That you made a big difference?
I think I made a big difference. Yes, I did. With a lot of my students, I made a big difference. They know who they are. Matter of fact, they in their 30s. A lot of them in their 30s right now.
And how about your Phenomenal Woman show? What do you think
Phenomenal.
about a lot of the girls you helped?
Phenomenal. I helped a
You
lot
had
of
that for
them.
many years.
That's what I'm saying. That helped. I helped that in middle school when we did that. Phenomenal Woman. It was called because they did
Teach them how to be ladies.
teach them how to be ladies, teach them different things. So
Proper
that was
thing.
good. So I enjoyed that also. I'm telling you, I felt like it's a lot of success.
Okay.
And
That's beautiful.
I don't, like I tell the kids all the time, you don't have to be my child for me to care about you.
Right.
I care about you. I don't want you to be a statistic out there. I don't want you to, go out there and something happen to you because you're not listening and not trying to get your education. And I said, it starts right in elementary. It don't start in high school. It starts in elementary.
Right.
Then it goes over to middle school and high school. Kids that's what I tell, all the time. Your education starts now.
Right.
Right.
And that's what I let them know. But I do feel proud about all the success that I did with the students. I do. I feel proud about
They
that.
say if you could change one child for the better, you've done great.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
If you got more than one child, then that means you're doing greater than great.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Has there
Yes,
ever
more
been
than one child.
anybody on the others end that you thought was going to be really fantastic and kind of did not go where they were supposed to go? Where you thought they were going to go?
Really? Nope.
That's beautiful.
They all went the way I
That's
wanted
great.
them to go.
That's
They
great.
all the kids that I had, and, I even kept in touch with the parents.
Really? Cool.
I still kept in touch with the
cool.
parents, because I'm very proud of my students. And like I said, they in their 30s. I mean, hey, I'm getting older, but that's okay. I'm getting older,
You're just
but it's all right. The more keep living, right? Keep
There
living.
you go.
But they all in their 30s, and I feel great about it. And not only that, I'm trying to make a success story with the ones that I have now. They might be young right now, but they remember when an adult tell you what they want to tell you and instill in your head the good, they'll remember that all through the middle school, through the high school. So that would be a success story. Yeah, because that's what I do. I care about all those children. And I don't care. Even ones they say, oh, they acted out today. But guess what? let's talk and see why you're acting out. It's a reason. It's always a reason with our children for them to act out.
So did anybody? I didn't see the Phillies game. Did the Phillies?
He want to talk about that.
Let's talk about the
Philly.
Yeah. They won.
They won 6-5.
They won again.
Because I think I fell asleep or something. Didn't watch it all.
Yeah.
It went all the way to 10 innings.
Yeah.
It was long.
61, great.
65.
65.
They were down 5-0. I thought they were gonna get blown out 30-0.
Yeah.
They fought back.
I think we fell asleep, but
They come down.
They fought back.
I checked the news this morning. I was like, I said, the Phillies won. I said, I can't believe this, but
They used to coming back. You notice that the last
Well, I guess they are. They did it.
Yeah.
They did it.
I enjoyed them.
But not only that, what do you think about the Union and the Eagles? And
Eagles. Yeah. They win. They doing great too.
Undefeated.
They 6-0, right?
6-0.
Yeah. Now what do you think they're gonna play with the Steelers?
They play the Steelers, which is going to be interesting. But I mean, listen. Really, anybody goes undefeated during the whole season.
It's 7-0.
It's gonna be 7.
And you know the Union just they on top of their game too.
And you can't.
That's soccer, yo.
You can't. You know, the Sixers are starting out slow. You can't count them out because they're still a great team.
Yeah.
They're still a great team, but I don't know what's going on with them.
They're like what 1-2, something like that.
I think like 2-4.
2-4, something like that. Yeah,
but
they're gonna come around.
They'll come around.
Yeah. But I just wanted to, I don't know if you women like sports or not. But
you know we love sports. I had my Phillies gear on yesterday.
But we need a little balance on this podcast.
Look.
Us guys here, you know.
I like
the balance.
Phillies. I like the Phillies. I like the Eagles. I represented yesterday in my school with my Phillies gear.
Jalen Hurts.
That's all right.
I represented.
Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts. All right. Great.
Yeah.
She knows. Okay. All right,
Well, guess what? I like him too.
So you like him running back too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah, but we're on top. Because we're on top. All our teams are doing pretty good.
This might be the year of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean,
But
you know what?
Gonna get a championship. The Eagles get a championship.
You know what? The happiness for
and the Flyers won too. Y'all know that.
Yeah, the Flyers did too. Yeah.
I don't follow Flyers as much.
Flyers,
What the Flyers?
They won the last game they played. You know.
Mike Hiller, he's a Flyers fan. Yes, Mike, they winning for you.
You know?
Mike Hiller, he loves.
But my favorite thing
Flyers.
is football, then baseball, and
Yes.
then going down the line.
Yeah.
Football is mine. Football.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles. We're not talking about not the Union football. We're talking about American football.
I know.
Yeah.
Not worldwide football. Worldwide football they call it soccer.
Yeah, right,
in the
right.
States, you know.
Football.
But over in the other country they call it football.
Yeah.
You know,
What would be
like
the-
Brazil. Remember we went to Brazil?
But we need that in this. We need that now in society. We need happiness.
Yeah.
You know, because there's so many people getting killed out there.
But
we just need that. You know.
But you know, sports unite people. Music
Mhm.
unites people.
Yeah.
Cause you know it's all kinds of
Yes.
creeds and colors in music. And
Yeah.
sports.
Yes.
Everybody gets along in that field normally.
Right,
you know?
especially because
Mhm.
some of the people that at the when I went to the Eagles parade, man, you better not even go in their neighborhood.
Mm.
I ain't even gonna say who they are, but I'm just saying.
But if you a Philly fan, you got a Philly name, they love you then. Y'all united, they okay with
until
it.
you come to the neighborhood.
No,
Yeah.
I've been in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like I said, till you come into that neighborhood.
No, that's
Yeah.
your experience, but that was my
Okay,
experience.
you go
Yeah.
someplace that's deep in South Philly and you see what happens.
No, I already do that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's your experience. See, everybody have different
Yeah, right.
experiences.
I know,
Right.
but like I said,
I'm saying that's
don't-
you remember that's by what's your name again?
Well, if you don't know my
Sharon
name, I'm not
Pearson.
gonna tell you.
Sharon
I'm not gonna
Pearson.
tell you.
He's
That's
not
Sharon
gonna
Pearson.
tell
That's
you.
your experience because I go in the Philly neighborhood maybe because I'm yellow. I don't know,
Oh,
but
no,
No, you got to do it there, Earl.
No,
Well, it
Stop.
could be because I heard light skinned
But
niggas
listen,
back
Joe,
in.
y'all
And I'll be sure look is back in.
That's a whole different. Look, that's a whole different topic.
That's a
Christopher
different topic,
Williams
Earl.
look is back in.
Because
That's a
Morris
whole
James was
different
on.
topic.
What's his name? Morris Chestnut was on top now. Morris Chestnut. And,
He was on top.
He's always on
What's his
top.
name?
He's on top.
But you know what?
His
It
name.
ain't about the color. It ain't about the
Remember
color.
Shamal Moore?
It ain't about none of
It's
that.
Shamal Moore, the Earl
You probably-
Contees, and the Brett Jollies coming back.
The Brett Jollies and the Earl Contees and all
We
them.
back again. We
I
back
guess they
again.
coming back.
brother. We back
They
again.
coming back.
I'll be sure the Christopher
I'll be sure. Yeah, I'll be sure in autumn they coming back.
Yeah, we got a little fun. Hey, you
Might
got
need some little
somebody
shawarma.
here.
on there.
Oh, you know what? We gotta wrap it up soon because we got our guests here.
Okay.
We gotta wrap it up. We
do.
doing so great with this. Yes. Yeah,
Okay. You announce
Yes.
your guests?
Yes. See if we gonna go get them so they can come
You
on
announce
in.
it, they can't come in.
Y'all can come in, guests.
Okay. All right. Nice talking.
It was nice. Thank y'all so
Yeah,
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much because I
Thank
guess
you,
are here.
Real.
All
It's
right.
been real. It's been real.
We look forward to
Oh,
real
somebody
talk.
calling up too. Oh
There
my
you go.
goodness. Hello, Dr. Roxanne Contee show.
Come in.
Oh, you miss Brett? Oh, she missed Brett.
Come on in.
She missed Brett Jolly.
Who was that?
As Marguerite.
Marguerite?
Yeah, she said she missed Brett Jolly.
Oh, she's a
Oh,
phenomenal
wait a
woman.
minute. You don't have nothing to say about the show, miss? Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Marguerite, how you doing?
Yes.
Hello.
You can go over there.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Luke,
Good to see you. Good to see you, girl.
come on in there. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It's great. I would hope to see you again very soon.
Yes.
Yes, we sure will. I will see you again.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Sharon.
Hey. Thank you for calling, Marguerite.
Lady Maya, you gonna
Lady
sing?
Maya.
Oh, she got calling to sing.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
she's
right,
great.
bye-bye.
She's great.
Hello. Hello. Hi. I'm so glad to have y'all. Y'all can sit right over here. Cause y'all on live now.
On live.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, sir. How you doing,
Brandon,
sir?
how you doing?
Hey, man. Hey.
Yes.
What's going on, Earl?
How you
All right.
doing?
You looking dapper.
Yes.
Great, great.
Yes.
Good morning. Good morning.
Don't break your phone now. You can break your phone.
Nah, I'm not gonna sit
Come
here.
on over.
Okay,
Trust and
all
believe.
right.
Life will survive.
I have done that before.
All right. Yes. We on the show. We on the show. We gotta cut all that talk out. All right. Let's go. All right. So we have our guest here. Our guest is Lewis Sadler and Alexandra. Aleandra. All right, they both got some great, they both are talented, and they both are designers. And they are definitely going to show you off some of their designs, but I would like to talk to each of them and ask them questions first
Let's have
and
it.
see, yes.
Yes.
So, let's start with Alexandra. So you tell me, what is your, far as your talent, what do you do?
So I actually am a creator, and I've come up with an item titled ballin' bags,
Ooh, look at this.
and it came out of me playing basketball when I was a teen,
Okay.
and I played for University City High School.
Wonderful.
I then went to Duquesne, also Cheney,
Uh-huh.
but I finished my degree work at St. Joe's.
Yes. St.
So-
Joe's. Yes.
St. Joe's alum, shout
St.
out
Joe's,
St. Joe's.
yes.
But
Wow. Look at this, y'all. This is a pocketbook.
Very nice.
So y'all ladies, look, think about it. You might want to get one of these. I said I was going to get one. I definitely need one. Because I'm going to, look, bounce it on my husband's head when I can. No, I wouldn't play.
But I tell you
No, I
what,
like this stuff.
he wouldn't be embarrassed to carry it for you.
No. See, he wouldn't mind carrying this. Sometimes when I'm doing something and I told him, I said, hold my pocketbook. He be like, I ain't no girl, I won't hold your pocketbook. And I'm like, could you hold my pocketbook? He'll hold this one.
That's right.
Yes, he will.
Yes.
Yeah, that
I like
Definitely hold
this.
that.
Yes.
So-
And this is another one. Let me show you other
Yeah,
one.
don't look, brother Earl.
Look. Uh-oh. So he got Kimco on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
So you're going to talk about that later, what that means.
Most definitely.
Yes. This is nice too. Look, ladies. Look. Oh, this is like this one for a keychain or something.
You can just carry it like
Carry
that if
like-
you want.
okay.
Mhm. I do
Wonderful.
have a few others.
All right.
Interesting. It's interesting.
Interesting.
And
Yes.
I want to add that
Uh-huh.
that we're
Wonderful.
from Winfield,
Winfield.
and we're
Right?
doing something to
Uh-huh.
represent,
Uh-huh.
and we're moving on and upwards. Brett Jolly and his
Yeah.
brother
Yes.
Billy, you yourself,
Yes,
right?
Winfield for life.
Alindra,
Yes.
me,
We all
and
Winfield.
we try to keep it positive.
Yeah, well,
And,
Let's
and
shut
it
up.
takes
What
energy
size?
Well,
Talented
all
people.
day,
Yes.
all day.
Yes.
But it just takes
Oh, wow.
it takes people being united
So
in
I
order
also
to make it strong
customize
because of
them.
strength in
Look,
numbers.
look at this
Oh, yeah.
pocketbook.
And,
Isn't that beautiful?
Well, you got 10,000 viewers over here, both of these cameras.
Yeah.
So y'all can show the camera, show the
This
balls.
is also a
Look,
boxing glove.
a boxing glove. Uh-oh. This is nice.
Boxing gloves.
So you can use this on Kinka if you want, right?
We used that one. That one was used in during Fashion
New
Week
York
in New
Fashion
York.
Week, we took that one.
Yes.
2022 this year, this past
Beautiful.
September.
Look at this.
Really?
Right.
So someone had on my
See?
clothing
Wow, I like this one.
and also used her design.
So she got the flyer.
And I caught a nice picture of
All
Max
of
in the
the
dressing
teams.
room.
Look at the
It's
flyer in
a
pocketbook.
classical, so I had to catch it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Wonderful.
gotcha.
So yeah,
Yes. Nice. Look at that.
we've been trying to incorporate it
All these
into
rhinestones
with my
and stuff
stuff
on here.
so that we can
Nice.
sort of like
Right, get it going.
All
You know
right.
what I mean? I got
Little
you.
small, like I said, husbands won't be embarrassed to carry it.
No, they won't, because this is a football.
Football,
Football, yes.
All
I like this
weather.
one.
all weather.
yeah.
Oh, well,
can
this
take
is
them
nice.
outside.
Look at this one.
Yeah.
So Earl,
Yeah.
you're going to get this one
So
for
not
me.
today, right?
Isn't that nice? All
Not
right.
today, right?
You can play with
And you
play
can
with
play with
Pearson,
it
or you
too.
can play
Yes,
ball with
yes.
it too.
Yes.
We'll throw it at the ball.
Hey, look, Earl, and that
Yeah, I
one
like
she's gonna
this
use
one.
when you eat the last chicken wings.
Oh,
She's
that-
gonna have that just in case on the table. When you had chicken wings, you had that on the table just in case she thinks about eating the last one. I'll put my pocketbook right here.
He likes
And
to call
so
them buffet
I'm gonna
meals.
count my
Buffet
chicken
night.
wings.
Ah,
They're so nice, but that's very creative.
Very
They're
creative.
very. So wait a minute. I'm looking at all your balls. Do you make one? And I see that you have the flyers, right?
Yes.
Do you make one for the Eagles? Or
Yes,
the,
I have an Eagles one as well.
Oh yes.
And also Phillies.
Phillies?
I have a Phillies bag too.
You didn't bring that?
So
Would
I
you like
didn't
to
bring
show
it
the
from
camera, the
home.
people, all the viewers on
I
the
did.
cameras?
Yeah, we just did.
They, they
We
were
did
over
show
there
them,
modeling
Earl.
the bag.
We
They
showed them.
modeled the bags.
Yeah.
I mean, closer.
Yeah.
We can't see it. Yeah.
Closer.
Yeah,
Well,
your
they
followers, our followers want to see it.
The
Well, they can
followers want
also-
to
I
see.
mean, you can step up here and see it.
No, all right.
No, actually,
Never show
step
group.
Look
up
at the
and show.
followers. Followers, look.
Look at the followers.
The
Look.
followers. It's,
Look,
I told you
followers.
it's 10,000 followers.
Yes.
man.
Oh my gosh.
See? Flyers.
Like so.
Okay, cool.
Put it
You
on.
have it
That's
over
great.
here.
And
All
Yes.
right.
And you can like
Yeah.
Yes.
like so.
Yes.
You over here.
Beautiful.
Over here.
Modeling.
That's enough.
Modeling.
Yeah, right there.
That's good.
your rock.
Okay.
That's all.
This one right here.
Each ball at a
What?
time.
That one right
this
there.
one?
Yeah, so they
Each
got
ball
purple
at a
on
time.
like your outfit.
You break
Purple.
up,
Oh.
break up.
Okay. All right. Got purple on like
You
my
have a
outfit.
Spalding,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
so.
you know what?
10,000 followers
That's
like
right.
to see that. Great.
Exactly.
Damn.
Look,
That's
Knock you out. Knock you out, baby.
Mama gonna knock you out.
Show the followers your
Mama
glove.
gonna
Rock.
knock
Come
you
on.
out.
Uh-oh. He said,
Step
show
up,
the
step up,
glove.
Rock. Step
Show
up,
the
Rock.
glove.
Brett, we used to come to
Show
Crab
the glove.
Tavern on Wednesdays to see you perform.
See?
Oh wow, that's cool.
Probably-
Mama
probably
said
don't
knock
remember
you
that. That was a
out.
couple years ago.
It's not-
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. That means we either very bad or very good.
See?
They're
Look at
very
that.
good.
This is
And plus,
wonderful.
plus their food there is off the chain.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes,
Chemical
yes,
bag.
yes. Thank you. Thank you. I
guys.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
We had a good
So
time.
now you gotta tell us
Thank you,
where
man.
they
Appreciate
find
that.
you so they can purchase some of these pocketbooks because they are so nice.
Yes.
And I'll put it here in the
So you let
chat.
everybody know where to find you at.
Okay, so
No.
folks can find my balls at the Ballin Bags. That's Instagram.
Mhm.
That's BALLIN_bags, BAGS.
Okay.
That's where they can find me. Or you can find me on Facebook under Puddin. You can send me a direct message. But if you go to the IG page, I have an interview with Jamie Apodi on there.
Yeah.
I was
Oh, yes.
interviewed on 6ABC for these. So you get another
Oh,
in-depth
wonderful.
story
Yes.
of how I came about to making these into reality.
Well, I'm so happy and proud of you and also Lou because they are Winfield for life. Look, this is my sister from Winfield. Winfield for life. I tell you, she's wonderful and she's talented. Look at the pocketbooks I just showed you. Oh my God, y'all need to purchase these pocketbooks because I think I'm definitely going to get the NFL today. So I need y'all to purchase some of these pocketbooks, you know, for from my girl, you know, because she has a wonderful look. Who can do the? Who would thought about a pocketbook, a ball? Who would thought about this?
With gritty.
Who would have thought
A real
about
basketball.
a real basketball?
Cool.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
and it looked a nice room. I'm sure it's a nice room inside here.
Made by hand.
Yep,
Made by
I
hand.
love it. Made by hand.
So when people order them,
Mhm.
they can literally
Tell me
give her a
exactly what they
basketball.
And I remember
Yes, I make
at the New York Fashion Week, not New York, we was in Philadelphia.
Right.
when she bought the pocketbook and they modeled the pocketbook.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a good combination.
Wonderful, wonderful. So now we thank you so much for what you just told us. So now we got to go to Louis Sadler. You tell us what you do. What do you do?
You
Louis?
know, it's that time.
Yes, it's that time.
Listen, this whole experience has been energetic. It's been favorable, and I'm humble.
Yeah.
And the Kimco itself, it really stands for my children. And it means that every minute, hour, second of the day, they're with me.
Yeah.
And I want them to know, and the world also to know, anything that you want to do, you have to be able to believe in it, have a plan, and believe in yourself. So that label goes on everything that I sell, and I carry with my heart. The designs I did began as a sort of therapy, and it allowed me to cope with things that I was dealing with or things I had to handle, and it gave me some comfort. So and the creations that you see with the color combinations, they really go together, but it's a fusion of different colors that sometimes you might not think would go together, but they actually do look pretty well, because I try to work with a lot of earth colors, because pretty much every color is an earth color, let's be real. So without any further ado, I'd like to present one of my outfits right here that Aleandra's wearing. This hoodie right here. Can you stand up and show the people?
Yeah.
Stand up.
All right.
Yes.
This one right here has the Kimco with the Believe. Get a closer look in so they can see that one. And I also placed the logo at the bottom of this outfit that I do a lot of times on my other outfits, that if you don't notice, you may not see it. And also, as I speak about it in depth, can you go and slip on another dress?
But I have also, remember, I put your dresses here too.
Yeah,
I wanted
that's
to show,
right.
I wanted to show everybody your dresses. This is one of, what I did was, I modeled this dress.
And she put on a video.
I put it on the video. The day I got the dress, I modeled it. So this is mine. I own this dress.
That's right.
So the day I got the video, I modeled this dress. Look how the back. Wait a minute, the back open.
Yeah.
Hey, summertime, ladies. But but I did model this. Was beautiful. I love the colors. Look at the colors. So you can imagine. Matter of fact, I got purple boots on with it. That would be nice. Hey.
Now these colors right here, that was from one of my creations. It was basically a border, because I had so many different types of color runways in it.
We're not finished.
And I'm also getting into the yoga pants, yoga tights.
There's another one that I had on.
That they're all original, right? That's original. This particular colorway that I did, I've used that in a lot of pieces. I've taken pieces of that particular artwork. It's something about it that when I did it, it turned into something else. It had a life of its own, you know. And when I see people wearing them, it's like a part of what I feel when they're wearing it.
That matches too with your boots, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
They have dresses on the other side of the floor.
I like this. This is nice, and I wore this when
you want to put it on now
in the summertime. No, I wore it. I wore it already, and I did have this on video, Earl. I had it on video.
I mean, it says dressing room on the other side.
Not in the middle of the show.
That one has a strap to it too. That one doesn't.
I had it before, and I promoted this. I had it on, and I did it.
That was the original one.
Yeah.
That when we were doing them, that I showed Roxanne, and she said she liked that one. The one that she just showed, I did that one. That was the last one I did, and I had to share it with her because it came out better than I anticipated with the balance of the colors and everything. But this particular dress, you have to have. It's a Coca-Cola type of dress. No, the southern, the last.
No, that was nice.
It's a Coca-Cola dress, and I say that to say that if you know, if you have curves, this particular dress, because of the way it's designed, it really accentuates the curves. If you're thin or if you're heavy or you're just straight, it's not going to be the same on this particular dress. I have some that it doesn't matter, but some, this one right here, and this one right here also gathers at the hips. I have dresses that I think that will appeal to everybody, and that's why the colors are just fantastic. This outfit right here that Aleandra's wearing is she's wearing a pair of my yoga tights, okay? And also the hoodie that has the matching emblem, and that's actually what it says, and the message is freedom for all. Right? And so some of the stuff are, I don't want to say politically activated, but it's
like
basically
that.
human rights. And I also, that was a piece of artwork that I incorporated into clothing, like I do art too, and paintings and stuff. But that particular one, I thought that with the combination of the colors and everything, it works well together.
Yes, it
You
does.
know, I have another group of yoga tights that I'm putting out.
Okay.
I'm going to take a trip to LA, and I told you I wanted to do the show in March. So my cousin said that that's all they wear out there is yoga tights. So I figured that it's going to be a win-win. You know what I mean?
Yes, it will be.
My intention is to
I like those.
promote to places that I'm going to go to maybe before I go.
Oh, they some too?
So I can get it out there. Yes. I have quite a few. Right.
Is that yoga pants with it, or I see the dress?
No. See that dress?
Yeah.
That particular design is a short version of that dress. Right? And I've done that also in another design of the dress, but the artwork is the same. This is the short one. That's the long one.
All right.
And this one is for a mother-daughter. And this is the one that has a different top to it with the spaghetti straps.
I like that.
Right? And it has also, if you show them, it has a split. Let me stand up because I don't want to be goofy sitting down showing everything. It has a split to it, open back, and it zips. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, sweetheart.
That's nice.
I have quite a few. If
wow.
If you would go and change into another one, and we can show them another dress. This one right here is go change into that one. This one right
That's
here.
the one I have, like the one I have.
It's similar.
Yeah.
But they're actually different.
They're different because the way.
I changed.
Yeah, mine is like more like your arms are out, I think.
Yeah.
And then this is longer.
But the color runway, like I said, I like that design because I can do so many things with it.
The
color, the color runway
let me show
is
everybody
actually
how to see.
larger.
Yeah. These are thinner. The sleeve is a little thinner than that, right?
But also, you see the loop. See, turn it around. Let me show them. So we can show them. See the loop right here. See how it's smaller than this one?
Yes.
Because I enlarged the graphics on it so that they have a different appeal to it.
Nice.
Certain other things will say, see that small, right? The red, you see right here, the shoulder. This red is large, and it insinuates in a different way. So there's different parts of this. I can make a dress out of a piece of the graphics. The graphics expand
like that.
the clothing industry. The designs you can make with the graphics, and a couple of apps you can get as well that can take the design and make maybe 10,000 different variations of the same design. This right here, this dress right here,
This is the longer
has a nice look to it. It's almost like a three-dimensional look. Right? All my artwork, because it says Kimco right across here. And if you don't notice, sometimes you will miss it. You know. But this one right here is the one I'm proud of. This is one actually that Aleandra did because she's my partner. When you ask for support, just like you do, Earl, you have to have support from people who you're around, and you have to be willing because either not. Then it's move, get out the way. Don't be mad, you know. But if they really with the ride, after a while, what happens is they find out that it's beneficial for everyone that you're going to, you know, help because it just helps everyone. Because when you get invited to other places, they're gonna want to go, right? So if they want to go, get food, whatever, hobnob, meet people. You know,
Yeah, nice.
it's a struggle. It's a labor of love.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but I want to actually speak. If you go and change into the other one, to that, okay. So let me put this here. Excuse me, Carol. I wanted to speak about the idea and what actually started the Kimco, which was a therapy. I was dealing with some things with child custody, and the things that I had to deal with, I had actually did a couple of interviews on the radio and a couple of cable stations, not big ones, but they were still an outlet, and it also helped me to be able to speak about it.
Right.
You know, when you're dealing with custody with children and stuff, and you don't have a whole bunch of money, there are times that the court doesn't move as fast. I'm not a person in the public eye, by no means. Plus, the stipulation and stereotypes came along with me.
Right.
And the struggle that I had was getting the courts to enforce their court orders. And the problem with me being in that stereotype category, and we all understand that as adults,
Yes.
that they were slow to amend it because I'm a male. And we know that the ladies still get the benefit of the doubt. You know, I had to deal with parental alienation with my children. I had to deal with them living in a state away from Pennsylvania, and then you had to learn about the laws and stuff. And my main focus with when I did the clothing, and I put it out there, and I also did food too, and that's also a part of it. But that's another chapter. I also did a playwright as well. The main focus was that, you know, I wanted to reach out to people who are dealing with custody, and I mean mainly young people and maybe people older who don't understand, because you can't take for granted your knowledge that other people do know, because they may not walk that walk. The people that deal with the custody battle, you must first understand that the person that you might have had the children with, and you're no longer together, and once they say custody and the layman's term battle, that person is not your friend anymore.
Right.
So they're trying to win, which means any weakness, any way that they can hold the advantage over you, they're going to do. And in your sense, the best offense is a good defense. So the idea, and this is for a lot of people, and they need to understand this, that you disqualify yourself for rights when you allow your emotions to dictate how you handle and interact with people. And now the way things are with terroristic threats, people can record you, they can videotape you from across the room. It's even more pertinent because one slip up, and that's if you're a male, you will have your rights amended, or you may not even get to the table, because restraining orders are very real. And the custody thing, they're very prominent, because it's emotional when you have children, you love them. And sometimes it'll be people who love the children, but they also have an ego problem. You're going to win, you're not going to win. They don't even care about the kids sometimes. But the bottom line is the children are the main focus. And when you're fighting them and you don't have a lot of money, I was reaching out to people who didn't have a lot of money, but so they will allow the spouse or their mate, the other parent, to control things, and it will frustrate them. And sometimes the frustration boils over till they end up going to jail.
Right.
All right. So, if you don't have a lot of money and you need a lawyer, you have to understand this. First of all, the lawyer, his job is 9 to 5. He may have problems worse than you do when he gets off of work, but your children are yours 24/7. So what you need a lawyer for is to represent you in court. You don't necessarily need a lawyer to file for you. You don't need him to file appeals for you. You can do all that yourself. And so that saves you a lot of money because you're paying him for a court appearance. Okay? Now you can go to, say, Temple School of Law. They can help you and guide you. You know, so this is for people who don't understand because it gets emotional.
Right.
And then you get grandparents, you know, the generation before us as a whole wasn't into the social or information highway. You know, they still call them bank cards. You know what I mean? Right. So, and we being real.
Yeah.
And so, they didn't know. They're still with stay with them, death till you part. You know, they didn't understand how things are different, and it can actually act against you for some people staying together.
Right.
You know, an abusive relationship, because
Oh yeah.
that was part of their generation too.
Right.
Because they're just 2 generations removed from slavery.
Right.
So physical aggression towards people is considered common. So, but the people need to understand, if you don't have a lot of money, like, because when I did it, I didn't have a lot of money. And I had done all the research. I went to where I need to go to. There's a law library at City Hall in Philadelphia, which speak my Philadelphia, because I'm from Philadelphia. There's also one on Chestnut Street, 7th and Chestnut, right? Law library. You can go into both of those places. There might be a monetary fee for the one on Chestnut Street, but it's really nothing compared to the information that you can attain. Even family court,
Right.
they will assist you if you come in there with the right attitude. You know, and if you want something, you need to first of all write it down, you know, and they'll see that you have an agenda, and they'll help you. But you can't allow your frustration to boil over, because people already got their own things going on. You know what they're dealing with. So this is why when I started this, it was initially the food, and I would bring the food to different interviews, and they would say, well, you know, come here and bring your food. I said, okay. And it was called Uncle Louie's. Sold a big variety of food. So did my job, right? I work in a big pharmacy.
You bringing in Louis with your dad?
I did not.
Uncle Lou's?
You know why? The reason being is because I sold it at my pharmacy for 2 years.
Wow.
And again, it was a therapy as a result of the depression.
Right.
Okay.
As a result of the depression, my 3 kids being gone and I couldn't see them,
Right.
I lost like 35 pounds. So there was no food I could eat that would tweak my appetite. And believe me, I love food, right? So I had to come up with food that would fuse my appetite, to tweak it.
Yeah.
To say, you know, so I came up with these combinations. And oddly enough, I took one to work. It was like a chili that looked like hamburger, and I took chicken and cooked it differently with a different flavor, and I put it on top, sprinkled it on top. And the coworker saw it, and he said, "Oh, gee, what is that? That smells good." And I said, "Oh, you know," I told him what it was. He said, "You saw any more of that?" And the 50-second market in me came out.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I do. So then I started bringing in dishes and selling them at the pharmacy. And I went from a handwritten menu to a paper pamphlet.
Wow.
And 2 years running, I was selling food. And I mean, I was bringing in the pizza boxes.
Wow.
And the people loved the food so much that if I didn't, they were jonesing for it, right?
Oh, wow.
And people even ran up tabs, and the delivery drivers for the pharmacy. If I had a dish, a couple of dishes, I would have extra. And I was selling them between $4, $6, $7, depending upon what it was.
Right.
And everything was steamed, everything was healthy. I didn't do any pork, although I could cook pork, make it taste delicious, make it taste like chicken. But I didn't do pork. I steamed everything in the morning. I would get up early, get the rice started. That's the first thing you do. And then I have animals. I had dogs. So I went and took them, brought them back, cleaned myself up. Then I went and I started on the chicken. Because the chicken, it takes a little longer to cook. You have to cook it thoroughly, but keep it juicy, so you have to cook it right.
Right.
And then I would do the fish, was the last thing. Because fish gets cold and it gets hard and it gets funny tasting. So I was bringing in an average of 8 to 10 platters every day. At first it was funny. You know, it was like, oh. After a while, I was still bringing them in, and I was making money. After 2 years, I had a coworker that, you know, some people just don't let you be great.
Nope.
He, you know, he complained, and they told me no solicitation. But what they didn't understand was my father had died in between that time. And I had found out what I wanted to find out. Because where I worked at had a lot of ethnicities. and they all bordered from Asian to African to Indian. And when it's just not your people from the city, people of color, buying your food, and you have Europeans and all these other ethnicities buying your food, you realize that I made it the way I taste it, the way I eat it.
Right.
And they liked what I did, which made it easier for me.
Right.
And I found out what I wanted to find out. Plus, it was after a while, I was like, yo, kind of tired of it. Even though it was giving you extra money, getting up early like that, you know, was wearing me down a little bit. But I found out what I wanted to find out. How far am I going to run like this, or am I going to take it there?
Right.
Since I already know now. So my dad passed. In preparation for his funeral and the ceremony and everything, I wrote 1 to 2 recipes at lunchtime a day.
Right.
All the way up to his funeral. And when they finally told me I had a day off, I came in, they said, no, your jacket fell. They told me that no solicitation. They didn't realize I was already done selling the food.
Okay.
So that's where the food is.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
we're gonna have your model come in and show the dress.
Yes.
Very nice.
See?
With the bag.
With the bag.
Very nice.
That's the one
Doing
similar
it with the bag.
to what Dr. Rox has.
Yes, that's the
It's
one
a-
I wore.
It's a different design. This
Yes.
one has a
Nice.
crew neck, and it doesn't have the gathers on the sides.
Yes. Oh,
It's
yeah.
a longer one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a longer one.
It looks nice.
Yeah. But it also has the same basic design.
Right.
You know, it really captures the colors
Yes.
and the lines.
Nice.
Makes it look nice on
Yeah,
her.
the
You
bag
know?
was
You
Matching,
can mix and
very
match
nice.
the bags.
And we have to
Yes.
get you in a dress too. You know what I mean? What is your name?
My name is Sharon.
Sharon.
Sharon? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
My name is Louis. I'm just relaxing now
Right.
because my story is like it'll go. But
Yeah.
we gotta get you in a dress too.
Okay.
Okay? I got
We have all sizes.
Yeah.
yeah, but all styles.
I'm not really a dress person, but
We have all
Yeah,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
styles.
yoga
she-
pants too, all
Yeah.
Yeah,
sizes.
she's not.
We have all styles.
Yeah.
Trust and believe. I am finishing up on my yogas so that I can put
Nice.
them out and sell them.
Nice.
yeah, I like those
Uh-huh.
ones
Yes.
she had on.
The one, yeah. I have.
So let me
So
just ask you a question though.
Yes, yes.
Kimco, can you just tell us like what K stand for? M stand for?
Yes. Okay. Kimco stands for my children's names
Okay.
in age order. So the K stands for my son Kyle.
Mhm.
The M stands for my son Malik.
Mhm.
And the K stands for my daughter Kayla.
Mhm.
And the O, which you'll see in a lot of my designs, has a different colorway in it. Sometimes inside it'll be different colors.
Mhm.
That stands for my youngest daughter Olivia,
Okay.
who incidentally, it gets more personal with her because I haven't seen or talked to her since 2014.
Wow.
So
Wow.
when I do the Kimco, and this goes back from when I first did it,
Mhm.
it felt like when I did the O, it just looked like something was missing,
Right.
and I had to color it in.
Mhm.
You know, even as we speak, you know,
Right.
it gets real deep because you got to wonder. Like my wife had a situation. You know, people need to understand bipolarism,
Yeah.
Right.
and
Oh yeah.
but the pain of it,
Mhm.
you know, is just, you know, your children suffer,
Yeah.
and then you have to think about their family, why they're not addressing it. You know, like my mom, right is right, wrong is wrong.
Right.
You take the side, you take the side of right and morals.
Right.
You
But
know,
that
just
could be, that's definitely for a whole show
yeah,
about mental health because a
already
lot of
know.
things are going on.
you
A
already
lot
know.
of people walking around now with it and they
Yeah.
don't want to get the help.
Yeah.
Some people just ashamed to get the
We were
help.
just talking about that.
You
today.
know, we were just
Yeah.
talking about that
Yeah.
too with the mental health.
Some people say that medicine
Yes.
is slows them down, makes
Yes.
them woozy, so
Mhm.
they don't. So a lot of them, from what I understand from my
Mhm.
experience,
Mhm.
they take the energy drinks,
Yeah.
Energy drink.
and they think that balances them off.
Mhm.
But it's like a quick thing, then they get grumpy.
Yeah.
You know, when that
But
But
energy
you got
runs
different
down.
stuff like you got bipolar and you got schizophrenic. You know,
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
kinds
Oh.
and stuff.
I don't even want. If I don't have to ever deal with none of them,
Yeah.
show her that the what is your name again? I'm sorry.
Sharon.
Sharon.
Sharon. Show Sharon
Co-host.
those other
What you have here?
The
yogas.
other yoga
Yeah,
pants.
the one with the pastel.
Mhm.
Co-worker told me that.
Very
listen,
nice.
listen. I do them, but you know, I barely fold up T-shirts and stuff. You know, that's not even my
Mhm.
thing. That's the design.
That one right there, I like.
Oh, this one right here?
Yeah, that one. That's my
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, I try. Really?
Now that's my style.
Really?
Yes, and it's gonna be mine when I
you
leave
can
out
put
of here.
them
It's gonna be mine when I leave out of here today.
Yes, yes.
I told her she could fit them little things. That joint be a head wrap on me.
No. No, they come.
But we do
No,
have
no,
them in
I'm
all
just saying
sizes.
that particular,
That one.
today-
That one.
particular pair
Yeah.
today wear, I'm making it to a head wrap. Okay, I'm making it to a head wrap. It'd be a nice head wrap.
It'd be
too.
nice,
I
right?
like that.
Yeah, I got another one. I have
Yeah.
two more of that similar type of pastel.
Mm-hmm.
What happened is that's a piece of the artwork that I never had it formally regenerated, like mocked up. a
Well, see, my favorite
computer-generated
color is
mock-up.
purple, so you got a lot of purple
So
in
is
your
mine.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Your favorite color,
Yeah.
purple?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I kind of it's an earth color, and
Yes.
and I like different shades of purple.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, when I did them, I have a lot of ones that I mocked up. They're brighter, and then I have ones like that with a pastel, and they just have a different look to it.
Yes.
And I ordered some. I'm doing some today. In fact, I told her today we're on college football, and I'm gonna do 3 dresses, 3 yoga pants, and you know, get it done because I have a mission,
Yes.
and I have to meet my mission.
Yes, you do.
And as long as I'm healthy, you know, you guys,
Yes.
I was strict earlier with diverticulitis, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And I never had an internal
Mm-hmm.
anything, organs, nothing. It was always joints, muscles.
Right.
And that was in July. It affected me through the summer. I thought it was a muscle pull. I thought it was a abdominal strain. I wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
As a result, I lost some weight, which I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. So, yeah, so, but in between that, because of the work that was already done,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to order, and it was on my mind, things that we did, I was able to order, and we could just figure it out on the computer without because I was in a lot of pain. Like, I was like this. I was going to work, though, too. And when I got off of work, I literally crawled up the steps from the car to the house and crawled up to the bedroom. And that was all she wrote for, like, most of the summer. And then I had a knee problem. My knee swelled up in June, and then I had a divo in July. And you remember when we did the play?
Yeah.
Like, at first I was cool, and all of a sudden I came in there, and I was like, what the hell?
You said
What happened?
Right. It's almost like, it's not like gout, is it?
No. What I
Right.
did was, I had 4 operations in my years. I played football and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, they said eventually I will need a knee replacement, but I told him that he decides that.
Yes.
And I'm not going to do anything to speed that up. You know, because once they put something fake in your knee, you know, it's a matter of
But
time.
just exercise
Readjustment.
and you'll lose, and you won't even, they'll tell you next time you don't need no knee
No.
replacement.
Well, that's
You
what I
know?
did, but this is what happened.
Mhm.
I had a knee sleeve on, and normally when I work out, I don't have a knee sleeve on.
Okay.
So I took a break all through like the winter. I took a real break because we was doing the play and everything, we was rehearsing everything,
Yeah.
and then my other obligations to the organizations I'm in. I'm a Mason, everyone, and I'm
Mason,
a Shriner.
yes.
And
Shout
so
out to the Masons.
yes, in the house. So
Yes.
those obligations, charity events, helping people, they took a lot of time. So because I started getting more work in those organizations, I told myself, you know, something has to give. So what it did was I just had basic workouts and I slowed down. I got back into them in May. June, I came home. I went to use my machine. I didn't take the sleeve off.
Oh.
And I did leg extensions. And I felt good that day.
Right.
So I rode my stationary bike
Yeah.
with the sleeve still on, which was a no-no.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking. I had worked all day. I was fine.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until the next morning I felt like the Karate Kid, the last segment when he could barely walk.
Yeah.
And that lasted the whole month of June. Went to the doctors and everything, and they told me it wasn't something that ruptured or anything like that. It was a severe swelling,
Right.
and that lasted the whole month of June. And then July, the diverticulitis came, and that's when I was really under because I was dealing with both of them. But I had to go to work,
Right.
and I dealt with them during the day, and it was just a nightmare.
Well, you know, I mean, we are definitely, you know, everything that's going on. We appreciate you letting everybody know what's going on, and then you're definitely The outfits and beautiful. Like I said, I have 2 of them,
Yes.
and I'm definitely making sure I get you and my girl. So, but reason why I'm saying that we gotta wrap it up.
Yes.
You know, but I'm so glad y'all came in. But we're gonna start with you. If you want to say something, we start with you, and then me. That way, you know, because we gotta wrap it up now.
I got you.
Okay. So I want to thank everyone out there who is supportive and who will be supportive.
Yes.
But most of all, I want to thank my creator for allowing me to have this talent and
Amen.
gift to be able to share with you guys.
Amen.
After having COVID twice, this is
Yeah.
one of the reasons why it came out and came to be. Because I could
Alright.
no longer be
Yeah.
idle and not do anything.
Do everything right. Amen.
So this is a part-time thing. So
Yes.
I appreciate all of the support and the love.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Rock. And
Yes.
thank you, Sharon, for
Yes.
having me.
Well, we're glad you came on. Definitely.
And so look out for ball and bags, and just go to my IG page, and you guys can see the storefront that's there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Ballin, BALLIN _bags.
Bag. All right. Wonderful. All right. So
Throw it to you.
you got the floor.
Yes. I just want to say thank you, the Most High, for waking me up today.
Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Rock.
Yes.
Thank you too. Thank you too.
Yes.
The platform is, I think, very necessary for a lot of different reasons.
Yes.
Because someone like myself, when people have known me in the past,
Mm-hmm.
that I'm doing stuff like these dresses, where that come from, but I've always was in art. I was always an artist. But it just shows that how your love can be used in a positive way,
Yes.
and that's what I'm demonstrating.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no idea when I began where this was going. I just knew that it was therapy. It was needed.
Mm-hmm.
And if people chose other ways to exert that energy, as
Right.
opposed to feeding their egos
Mm-hmm.
or something that would affect them in the long run,
Right.
you know, it would be better. Any opportunity I can get to speak on those subjects
Mm-hmm.
is pretty much what I'll do, because someone needs to hear it. I don't care where you are.
Yes.
It could be someone in a room that you're at, or an event, or
Mhm.
someone on your podcast
Yeah.
that, hey, you know what?
Mhm.
That might stop what they're doing.
Right.
You know, there's
And this-
oftentimes I put on inspirational music and I post on social media, so a lot of
Mhm.
people who know me know I do that. And it's not for likes at all.
Mhm.
It's for love.
Right.
And it's just to show how, if it hit me, because I'll listen to a lot of music every day, but certain songs will hit me.
Mhm.
So understanding that time restraints, because I will keep it running.
Yes.
I love you.
Yes. Yes.
And I love you all.
Love you
Thank
too,
you,
y'all.
Earl.
Definitely
Yes.
like family to me. Now
Yeah.
we have Sharon to close us out.
I just wanted to say thank you for coming today and supporting us. It's all about support. I just want to thank everybody who is supporting the show, whether it's viewing, whether it's sharing, and support. I mean, support is free, literally
Yes.
free 99. You know,
Yes.
if it's not for you, that's fine. Share it with someone else. And so we're just asking people just to make sure you subscribe
Yeah.
to our YouTube channel. I posted it so we can get to a certain amount of subscribers, and we can put this in an even bigger platform.
Yes.
So
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Sharon.
Can I get one more thing?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, because I got excited. I get caught up in it.
Okay.
It's Sadler. My Instagram is
Yes.
Sadler, SADLER, Lewis, LOUIS, Kimco, KMKO. That's my Instagram page right now. Hopefully, somewhere in the future, Dr. Rock, Sharon,
right.
Yeah.
you'll have me back, and
Oh,
I'll
yes.
have
We
a
definitely
broader.
Last.
We definitely
We
have
have
to
a
bring
story.
you.
Well, we definitely
Yeah.
will have to bring you back. Like I had another. Oh, I just wanted to talk about my other guest that was supposed to come. She wasn't feeling good. She got sick.
Oh.
The medicine woman.
Yes.
Yes,
The
yes.
medicine woman was supposed to come
Got sick.
today.
Yes.
She was in our show.
Yeah, she was in our
Yes.
show.
On Mother's
Yeah,
Day.
yeah.
In
That's my
New York.
friend.
Yeah,
I just wanted
yeah.
to let her know about the shows and stuff. That's how I met her. You know, that's how we
yeah,
met her.
yeah,
about,
yeah, yeah.
about the show we was in New York, and
Yeah.
I was in the one in Convention Center.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Um,
and also the
and I met her
visitor
here.
center, Fifth
Yes.
Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one too. Yep, that's where I met. Well, I met her at the Black Expo
Oh, really?
when I was in that show. Remember the
Okay.
one I told you
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted you
yeah,
to be
yeah.
in?
They ain't called me.
Met her there.
Mm.
Well,
Do you
no,
have a
you know why? Because than not until April.
I got
It was
you.
supposed to be in October.
Okay.
I find out, so we'll talk about that.
Okay,
Not till
okay.
April.
You know
Okay.
the outfit she wore,
Yes.
the women from Verisol, they actually bought that outfit she wore, the hat and the shirt.
Good.
Yeah, they bought it. Yeah,
Good.
Carousel.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on. Y'all they're like family to me. When we say Winfield for life, these are the people that, they're together. I'm proud of what they do. We all need to support one another. Hate stuff should go out the window.
You know?
Okay? That should be out the window. We should be supporting one another. Look what the good things that they're doing.
Yeah.
Look at the good things that they have. We should love one another, because guess what? I want to give my prayers to Dion John's mom and, family, her family, period, that she had passed on. Who's to say that we didn't know that she was going to leave here? So many people are leaving here.
Right.
So why not give them their flowers while they're here?
Oh, yeah.
Give everybody their flowers while they're here.
Yeah.
Because life is not promised to none of us.
Right.
So I want to leave you with that, and I want to thank y'all again for showing, the beautiful dresses that I did. If you look on my YouTube, I do it not on my YouTube, but I had it on my Facebook Live.
Yeah.
I did model it.
Yeah.
I'm going to model whatever else I get today.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
And
Earl?
yeah.
Hear that?
Yeah, so I'm going to definitely model whatever. If I get the pocketbook, I'm going to model that. But we're going to talk about that after the show.
Great support. Great
Yes.
support. Earl's great support.
Yes, yes. I want to thank Earl.
Yeah.
I want to thank Earl, and I want to thank Brett.
Yep, Brett as well. Yeah.
They are my right hands. This is my right
And
hand.
my new friend Sharon.
And my right hand. And they
Yes.
also be on here, and we talk and have a conversation. Stay tuned. Actually, we're not sure about November, because so many beautiful things are coming up in November.
Right.
So we're definitely going to do December 19th. December 19th is our next show. So stay tuned for the 19th of December. And we got some special things on, some special guests. And I just definitely enjoyed y'all. I just want to keep telling you that, because y'all, you're always welcome to come back.
I need you, right?
Yes.
Because I need to get on for the play. I need you.
You want to play? Oh, yes,
I need
yes,
you.
yes.
It's like, yeah,
That's
I need
another
you.
story.
But that's another story.
That's
Yeah.
another story.
July is going to be another thing. It's so many things coming up. So
No,
many things
No,
coming up.
I mean, I need you to navigate. I'm
Okay.
a dinosaur like the whole people.
We know.
You know?
Yes. All right. So, love you all out there. Thank you. All my supporters, you get a class.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you get a class.
I find out everybody that support us. I thank you so much. You don't know you're loved. I thank you. Guess what? It don't cost nothing to support a person.
That's it.
I share anything that I see if anybody have, I'll share that's good. So let's just love one another, love each other, and let's go. Let's do this.
Bye
Have
for
a
now.
beautiful weekend.
Yes.
Yes.